Hey guys, Tony, KD8RTT. I'm going to do a quick video on something with the SuperAntenna. If you're unfamiliar with SuperAntenna, it's something I've mentioned in quite a few of my videos. It is a loaded whip antenna, I guess center loaded antenna, meant for portable HF operations. I can't fit it all in the frame, but this is the main coil. From the top, there's an extendable whip, which actually, without the coil, you can use for like 2 meters even. And then there's a piece that comes out of here, probably about 2 feet long, that connects to a standard 3/8 threaded connector. And I think it's around 130 bucks for this antenna. It's like a nice machined metal. And generally I like it. I've used it for the past couple of years, and it's been a fairly good performer for me portable. And I generally recommend it. Although one thing I had heard when I was researching it before I purchased it was the thumb screw that came with it was easy to break. So as you can see, here is what's left of the thumb screw, and this is where it went. The purpose of the thumb screw is kind of lock it in for the proper band. This slides up depending on the band, and there's a guide you can use to help you with that. And then you tighten that down to hold it still. So it's a nylon one because it can't conduct, otherwise it would short it out. So people had said that it was quite easy to break. And so I heard that, and I tried to take care of this thing and make sure I didn't, put pressure on it or anything, I guess. But finally, I pulled it out of its case the other day, and I found it was broken. Actually, this was snapped off, and this piece was stuck in the threads. So finally did break. Which, it kind of sucks, but it's a fragile piece. There's not really a better option. I don't know how they could design it really any better. You almost don't even need that thumb screw. It holds its shape fairly well without it. But whatever. So, I thought, okay, well, I'll go buy another. I went online to SuperAntenna's website, and they sell their stuff now through Amazon. So the links to Amazon to buy them. Turns out they do sell the thumb screws for $20, which is crazy. Obviously they must know that people have lost these or broken them or whatever, and it's a pretty easy way for them to make some money. So I find it really unfortunate that they're charging that much for the thumb screw, and I'm not going to pay $20 for a nylon thumb screw. So I looked at other options. I did a little searching online, found similar thumb screws without this wing part for cents, but you had to buy packs 100, which still only was like $7 or $8, fine. But I didn't need 100 of them, and I don't really need more junk sitting around, so I wasn't going to buy 100. So I went to the hardware store, Lowe's actually, and they had a small selection. They didn't really have any thumb screws. They had this one, which is a nylon standard one, flathead. And they are, just for reference, they are 1/4-20 screws. So, yeah, I picked this one up. I got 2 of these for 50 cents. 56 cents plus tax for 2. I also picked up some longer ones. This is a 1/2 inch. Also picked up some inch-long ones. I wasn't sure what I was going to use. So, much cheaper. I've used it now. It was kind of hard to get it to really go into the threads at first, but once you've worked it a few times, it kind of works all right. It's still kind of a pain to tighten, and it doesn't tighten all the way down. I guess I read the specs wrong. I think this is only a 1/4 inch long total, not half, and I bought a half. They didn't even have a 1/4 inch long ones of these at the store. But anyways, it's not a big problem that it overhangs. I mean, that's about tight. And if you loosen it a bit, you can move it, tighten it down. So I've got it to the point now where it's fairly easy to do it with your fingers, even though it doesn't have the nice knurling, I guess, for your fingers. But that's all right. So I just thought I'd point that out. Don't pay the $20. At least I don't think you should. You can probably find other thumb screws online if you really look hard. Probably still less for $20. I think McMaster-Carr did have some for like $7 or $8. I still didn't want to pay that. So, hardware store, 50 cents a piece, or 50 cents for 2, about. good deal. So, this isn't a big review of the SuperAntenna overall. I will say that, like, I mean, I do generally like the SuperAntenna. This is probably the one thing I don't like about it. And I'll also point out that I never contacted their support. They could be willing to send them out if you break them. I didn't contact them, but once I saw that they were selling them for $20, I figured that they weren't going to give me one. So, anyways, that's all about this antenna. Just keep that in mind. You know, really try to be careful with these, because to get the exact same one is expensive. And hopefully pointed out a source that you can get one without spending $20. So, alright guys, 73. See you later.